Hey, what's going on everybody? ETP coming at you guys with another video today, and what you're going to be watching in the background is a 30-4 free-for-all game on the map Detroit, obviously playing some Advanced Warfare, and the class setup that I'm using is the KF5 submachine gun with I believe silencer and foregrip, and then I'm not 100% sure about my perks. I'm assuming I was using low profile, lightweight, possibly blind eye, and then definitely blast suppressor and toughness, and my exo ability was the exo cloak. Not so sure about my kill streaks, UAV, and then either the orbital care package or the system hack. Those are really the only kill streaks I use in the game, those three: the care package, system hack, and the UAV. And the kill streaks in Advanced Warfare, they're just not that good, and I'll talk about that a little bit later in this video. But what I am going to talk about in this commentary is just my general opinion of Advanced Warfare, some of the positives and negatives that I've found with the game so far, and generally what I think about it. So if you guys have anything to contribute to the comment section down below, definitely do that. I would be very interested to see what you guys have to say about Advanced Warfare, because I've definitely heard a lot of mixed opinions. Some people love it, some people hate it with a passion, and it's kind of interesting because it definitely is different than any of the other Call of Duty games. And I'll start things off by talking about the exo movements, because that's obviously the biggest difference. That's what sets Advanced Warfare apart from any of the other COD games. It still has that signature COD feel, that smooth feeling, obviously when you're not lagging, but generally that smooth, fast-paced feeling that COD is known for, and it still has that, but it definitely does change things up a lot with the exo abilities. And it's not really the biggest adjustment. Like, when I think of adjustment, you'd think, okay, you've got all these new abilities. You can jump high, you can dodge out of the way, you can strafe, you can use all these exo abilities, crazy stuff. And you'd think that there would be a big adjustment period, but honestly, there's really not. Like, for me, I played a few hours before release. I went to the midnight release, and they had a tournament with Xbox One set up, so I was able to play it then. And first game I ever played on Advanced Warfare on Xbox One, and I'm on PS4 at home, so it was a different controller and stuff that I hadn't been used to for a while. And I had no problem adjusting whatsoever. The movements are super easy to do, and I've pretty much already mastered them. It's just, adjusting to when you should use them, when, you shouldn't be jumping, when you should be dodging, all that stuff, because you can kind of have a tendency to overuse it a little bit because it's just so fun and fast-paced to do. So that's really the only adjustment, but the biggest adjustment is learning how to, actually play the game, because man, it's so hard to stay alive. I don't know about you guys, but man, my KD has taken a hit. I know of a lot of people that have their KD taken a huge hit from other games, just because it's just so much harder to adjust, because you have people coming at you from above and below with all this verticality, which, verticality, you'd think it might slow the game down, it might make it worse, but with all these exo movements, it really doesn't. It makes the game super fast-paced, and the maps, which aren't super small, it doesn't really matter if they're not super small, because you move around so fast, and because of the verticality and all the movements, it's really it's pretty balanced, and I think it plays really well. But it's so hard to stay alive compared to the other ones. The other games, you just have basically flat ground. The highest verticality you're gonna see is maybe like a 2-story building, and Ghost is the main one that introduced that much verticality. So it definitely is a lot different. It's hard to stay alive, and I think it's gonna be a big adjustment for some players. Some players won't be able to adjust nearly as much, but I've had a little bit of a tough time adjusting. Right now my KD is a 1.75, and opposed to Black Ops 2 and Ghost, I had a 3 to a 3.5, so it definitely has taken a big hit. But I'm sure I'll adjust. I'm sure everybody else will adjust, and it'll be interesting to see what the other COD developers do. Treyarch and Infinity Ward, are they going to bring the exo movements in the future? That's pretty far off. We'll just have to see about that. But that's my general opinion on the exo movements. I think it's very good. The exo abilities, I think, are not super powerful. You don't really need them. I think the cloak is really honestly the best one. That and overclock, I think, are the best exo abilities, and they're not really that powerful. The cloak can get slightly annoying at times. I still don't really know why they wanted to put that in the game, but it's not super bad. I mean, it doesn't last a super long time. It actually does last a really long time if you have that, I think it's called Overcharge, the perk that makes your exo abilities last longer. you know, that makes it last a little while, but it's overall not too bad, so I'm not going to complain about that. What else? The weapons in the game I think are good. They're relatively balanced. I think submachine guns could definitely use a little bit of a boost at range. From close range with a silencer, they're really not even that good, but from close range without a silencer, they seem pretty solid. But if you're trying to shoot a guy from across the map with a submachine gun, it's not going to work out well. And these maps, they have some long lines of sight, so assault rifles are definitely going to be dominant. And I mean, I can't even express how many long shots you're getting with all these long lines of sight, which you'd think, you know, that's kind of bad. Ghost had big maps, long lines of sight and stuff, and it really slowed it down. Again, this game with the exo movements, it's still really fast paced, so it's not really that big of a deal with the maps. But generally, I think submachine guns need a little bit of a boost. The laser weapons, I think, are, you know, pretty trash, to be honest. I've just picked them up and used them, and they don't seem very good at all, so I'm glad that's not overpowered. And I think they have a pretty good, you know, a pretty good balance of weapons, a good variety. I love how you have the different variations of weapons. I think that's an amazing idea. And, you know, when you're opening supply drops and you get a cool weapon, I think that's definitely awesome. And the connection isn't that great so far. It's not horrible for me, but I've heard a lot of people have been having trouble. But then my biggest gripe with the game is the kill streaks. They have 12 score streaks in the game. None of them are very good. Again, I'm only using System Hack, UAV, and Care Package. The other ones aren't very good. Warbird and Paladin, if you can get them, which is super hard because you know, score streaks in objective-based game modes, you only get 50 points per kill. So if you calculate that, 400 points for a UAV, it's taking you like 8 kills with no captures just to get a UAV, which in my opinion needs to be changed. I think they should patch the kill streaks, either make them a little bit stronger or definitely make it so you don't need as many points to get them, you know, in objective-based game modes. It needs to be 100 points per kill as opposed to 50, because these score streaks are way too hard to get, especially when they're not really worth it. So I haven't even seen very many people using a lot of the kill streaks. Like for me, I've basically just been running with UAV, System Hack, and Care Package, as I said. And you know, some of my friends, they've been doing the same thing, and I've seen other people online, other people on YouTube. You know, that's just what people are using. So I think the kill streaks definitely need a big time change. You know, hopefully they can add in some more, maybe with DLC or something like that. I doubt we'll get that, but at least change it so it's not so hard to get them, because they're definitely not worth it. And it just seems like every single year COD has like at least one problem that really, you know, takes away from the game, and it doesn't make it a bad game. Like, all in all, I think Advanced Warfare is a good game. It's one of the better COD games that I've played. But man, if the kill streaks were good, it would just take it to a whole new level, because this game with great kill streaks would be super fun. And you know, it's already pretty fun, so I wish they would change something with that. Hopefully we'll see something like that in the future, you know, buffing the kill streaks. But that brings me to the end of this video. It went a little bit long, so we're into a new gameplay right here. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Again, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of Advanced Warfare. I definitely would be interested to see that. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.